We are live, by the way.
Who cares?
Who even cares? Nobody watches this. In fact, I'm not even gonna save the VOD this time, specifically for you, Raleigh.
Hey, please.
Sorry, I have to change Zilly's picture back every week, because that's a fun part of my job now.
Oh, he's realized.
Yeah, I realize sometimes I'm just lazy, Raleigh.
No, that's fair.
I thought you would know this, being in college and all.
He's not in college.
Time is a fickle mistress. Damn it, that's the wrong picture.
What did you put up?
I put up the Ziri picture, but it's not like the one that's like nice and like sculpted to like be the same size as everybody else, so it looks all nice and uniform and doesn't upset my OCD. There.
I mean, really, you should just have the Ziri picture be 90% of the screen.
I don't
Why would
think
you do
chat
that?
likes Ziri that much. I think if I put Wesk over 90% of the screen, viewer
Oh, that's
engagement
fair.
might skyrocket, but that's primarily because Wesk has a gun. I'm not sure if people like Wesk so much as they like, and then he shot it. Anyway, we're back with
We all
Abomination
gotta
Vaults.
take our turn as the character in the spotlight with the gun. It'll be Koma's turn next.
When was the last time Gideon did something cool?
Oh!
Yeah, none of you spoke up either, so...
I would argue the boss fight, but...
Anyway, we're back with Abomination Vaults. We'll go around the table and introduce ourselves once more. We are...
Hi, I'm Giddy, and I do nothing cool.
Okay, I'm glad we got that out the way. Cezanne, you're up next.
I'm Raleigh. I'm playing Zahn, the human cleric, who...
Faster.
Yeah, I don't...
Faster.
What?
Make it snappy.
I don't do much cool either, okay.
Wesk, you're up.
West Kobold Gunslinger. Dragons
Not
aren't real.
cool.
You know what is cool? Gax. Gax has 6 villain points.
Oh, he downgraded.
Anyway, Ziri, introduce yourself.
I'm Ziri. Yeah, Zilly. Well, I'm Zilly. I play Ziri. She likes to read. She likes dead things. She's an animist. I don't know what I'm doing.
You'd be shocked how many people that work with spirits and the undead and dead things are like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
You're supposed to know
Probably
what I'm
not.
doing?
For 1 hero point, what happened last time?
Guys, I'm capped. I'm gonna have to let one of you do it this week.
I got 2. Anyone else want it?
We all have
Take-
2.
You go ahead and take it.
Zilly only has 1, actually.
That's a firm no.
It's on
Oh,
you,
boy.
Zilly.
Nope.
Somebody do a summary, or I give all of you a villain point.
I.
That's a threat.
Why would you threaten me with a good time? Last time, under the restriction section, we fought. I don't remember her name. I'll find it in here somewhere.
Nakrazine. Not
That
important.
wasn't
I
last
never asked
time.
her name. Not important. Good to know. I will strike that from my memory. After fighting this bitch, we learned quite a few things. For example, something walks around wearing a ghoul's skin. That's terrifying. I don't like ghouls. I especially don't like anything that wears their skin for fun. But also, Gideon learned he is not supposed to be here, and we may be in some sort of time loop.
Gideon did not learn that. He was deafened when he left. When the
Oh,
big
no,
dramatic
He
moment.
specifically learned you're not supposed to be here because the ghoul said that during its death sequence. He didn't hear that he was
okay.
stateless.
Darn,
Yes.
my continued boomerang brick joke.
Then we immediately went back to exploring, and
Looked around the rest of the place. Gideon lit some sconces. Gideon found a sconce that was loose. Opened up a hidden library.
We're
I'm
still
not
in
sure
the
what
session
happened,
before
but
last session.
yeah, that wasn't last session. Last session was the bookkeeper.
what?
Ironically, the session that Zilly was very involved in.
Yeah, we ended up. It took me 30 minutes to open a lock to the bookkeeper's office,
Yeah.
and then we went inside, and her spirit was still there. The only person that could talk to her was Ziri. And we eventually came to the conclusion that we wanted to help her by donating. She asked, or Ziri said that the only way that she could move on was if her tools or instruments were given to somebody who could use them properly. So we brought them all the way back to the Dawnflower and donated them.
Then we went back.
On the way
down.
back, we saw the leader of the Druid Circle face down in the body water. Specifically, Gideon saw her as he ran out to check, and we were able to save her and get her back to her. Or well, she went back to her Druid Circle. Then we went to the Dawnflower, which we got the. Did we get the bag of holding from that?
Yes, she
Yes.
gave it to us. Then Gideon spent about an hour sorting inventory.
Wesk focused on his eyepiece. And
Cezanne went on a
Ziri was
date.
reading her books, and Cezanne went on a date.
Don't think this is on went on a date.
He's about to.
You don't know that.
Fair enough.
Anything could happen.
Anything could
I could kidnap her in and shove her into the middle of the Abomination vaults and put you on a timer to save her life.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Anything could happen.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna tuck that one away. Yes.
I roll the stab god.
God will allow you to stab him. It does no damage, but it makes you feel a little better.
That's true.
Regardless, we'll pick up where we left off there. That's decent enough. We're gonna head back to Otari, where we might possibly rejoin our intrepid heroes in the middle of our favorite activity, downtime.
Faffing about.
That too. I did that earlier today. Anyway. We will start up our day here. As it is approximately, I'd say about noon in Otari. You guys have each dispersed for the day after having dealt with the haunted library. Or rather, the book restoration room, workshop, whatever you want to call it. Cezanne has left to go speak to Rin. Gideon has went to jail. And I believe Ziri is spreading out about 20 books, all dedicated to opening a direct hotline to Satan. Wesk is neither complicit nor innocent in the matter, sitting on the bed near Ziri. What would each of you like to be doing on this lovely day?
Well, I know I said last session that Wesk was investing into the eyepiece.
Okay. You do so. Investing doesn't actually take a lot of time.
Okay.
It's, however, if you uninvest or take off the item, you can't reinvest for 24 hours. That's the one that takes time.
I see.
So wait, if you take it off, you can't put it back on for 24 hours?
You can put it back on, it just doesn't do
Or
anything.
it doesn't do anything. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's usually about one action to do it. But once removed,
not-
the magic connecting you is broken for 24 hours.
It's not quite like how old attuning worked.
Correct. Putting on an item is a lot easier than taking it off. How about that?
Taking it off doesn't seem hard. It just seems like
You're right. Some of us like to take things off a little too easily, Zilly. Anyway,
Shields are very
Never
easy to
too
take off.
easy.
we're not going to have this conversation. Anyway, what are each of you
live,
doing?
everyone?
I'll probably just relax at the Rockfish. It's only been less than a day since my actions at the market. I don't really want to be showing my face too much after that.
As usual, West Kobold, as kobolds do, proud to a fault, he kicks up his feet as Ziri continues to research and read these massive tomes that she has. We go now to you, Gideon,
Sweet.
as you arrive at the Otari garrison, this sort of garrison/jail combination for this tiny little town.
Mostly I just wanted to show up to make my apologies for last time.
Okay. Inside is a familiar-looking teenage boy who, when he sees you, he jolts up. Captain, oh, it's you. Hey.
Yeah. Hi, kid. I just wanted to apologize for gestures vaguely at everything. You
Oh.
know,
Oh,
then.
apology accepted.
Right. Also, I think last time I came here, I left a shackle somewhere.
He glances down at the jar full of 4 or 5 shackles. You help yourself. It's not like I could stop you if you wanted it.
Fair enough. I'm gonna
Is
look
your,
for something.
Is your rat girl?
Rat?
She was a rat.
Right. Right.
Are you guys, like,
She-
together, or, like...
No. I'm just
Okay.
gonna start digging through the drawer.
Hey, like... So, like... You know her pretty well, right?
I'm gonna keep digging through the drawer.
Cause, like, I was thinking, like, hear me out. I thought we had a real connection when she looked at me. Do you get that a lot?
Do I get that a lot? Yes, I have a lot of connections with, Vile Undead.
Oh, that's
Maybe
cool.
some
Do you
druids.
think she likes flowers?
You know what? Go for it.
Okay,
I would love to see this.
okay. Will you do me a favor?
No,
Please?
I'm not going to drop off flowers for you.
No, not that. No, what? No, no. Why would I do that? I want the credit.
What's your favor?
Can you, like, stay here? For me? While I run to the markets?
Sure.
Okay, thanks. The teenage boy scurries out of the door, giving you a wide, beaming smile, stumbling backwards, almost falling off of the steps.
I haven't had
He
guardians in a
hustles
while.
down the street.
Luckily, I'm guarding a bunch of 50 cells, so this
Correct.
should be easy. Free money. Wait, what do I think a kid is paying me?
Elsewhere, Cezanne.
Yes.
You step up to one Ren's Wonders, where she is wheeling and dealing with about 3 customers, which is a surprising amount of customers for Ren. It's a wonder that they have not all been run off yet.
Maybe now's not a good time.
Oh, yes.
What would you like to do, Cezanne?
If I turned around now, she's just gonna spot me and come after. I'll go ahead and go in.
Okay. As you stride into the middle of the Ren's Wonders, this eclectic collection of these standing stones and open-air tents, Ren spots you and gives you a bright, beaming smile. Cezanne, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you as well. Seems like it's quite busy in here today.
Yes, it has been a good day so far. Doubly so now that I see that you are in one piece.
Yeah. Well, you helped quite a bit with that, as it turns out.
A customer is trying to get Ren's attention as usual, but she is wholly focused on you at the moment, Cezanne.
Oh, Rin, I think you got a customer there.
Yes, I in fact have 3.
Right.
The man is holding up a green vial to her and asking how much it is.
Anyway.
1 moment, Cezanne. She takes the vial and gives the man 3 gold. The man is very confused, but wanders away. She tosses the vial into a pile. The vial pile. Don't laugh at that. That's not worth laughing at.
I haven't recovered from the last bit. I'm sorry. Right. So, I came to return this. I'll produce the latest.
Okay.
To be honest, it's the probably the only reason I made it back today.
Oh. Well, I'm glad that it served you some purpose, Cezanne. I was very worried when I was creating it. But
You put good care into it.
I did. The stars themselves told me to make it for you. When I consulted with them last night, they said you were about to meet a danger.
Oh. Oh, seems like that was indeed the case. Again, I couldn't thank you enough.
Oh, it's no problem. You're being very brave. You're helping this town out a lot. That's the least I can do to support you.
Oh, I appreciate it nonetheless.
We've done much good business together. You've brought me such valuable treasures and trinkets, and I've provided you with my wares. It's a equivalent business transaction
Yes. Yes, mutually beneficial.
for the both of us.
Indeed.
Quite.
Oh, I probably shouldn't hang around for too long. It seems like it's quite busy.
Yes. I am busy as ever with my store.
Thanks again.
Mm-hmm.
gonna
Have a good day,
head
Cecil.
out. You as well.
Stands there awkwardly for a moment. Are you leaving?
Yeah, I already said that.
Okay, did not hear it. As you turn to leave, Ren throws her arms around the back of your neck and gives you a hug from behind. Come back soon.
Huh? Yes, I will.
She lets you go and you wander off down the street. Wesk, there's a pounding at the inn door.
I wasn't asleep. I wasn't asleep.
Gex, however, is asleep, curled atop your chest.
I'm going to lazily try and dance my way across the floor of books over to the door.
Okay. Siri, do you react to this noise at all?
No.
Okay. The books hold your interest.
I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. In front of you stands the teenage boy, the guard, that was the witness of your unfortunate, embarrassing accident. Hey, little man.
Yes.
He's going to try to peer into your room. Wesk, are you blocking him?
I will, like, do my best to block. You don't want to look in there right now. It is quite the mess.
That's okay. I'm into that. We're all kind of messes, right?
Well, I mean, I can't, I'm not responsible for what she does to you, but, and Wesk will open the door.
As you say, you're not responsible for what she does to you. He kind of guffaws and blushes. He strides past you, presenting Ziri with a small bouquet of about 4 or 5 wilting flowers.
I'm gonna take a moment before kind of noticing him over the edge of the book and glance up at the wilted flowers kind of curiously before plucking them from his hand. Then examine them for a bit and look back at them. You know I don't specialize in bringing things like flowers back.
Oh, actually, I don't know anything about you at all. I just thought you were super cute.
I'm gonna kind of lean past him and look at Wesk for advice.
Yes, Wesk, who allowed this man into your room.
Wesk is throwing up his hands back at you like, I don't know.
Gonna
Do you eat
extend
like
my
normal people
hands with the
food?
flowers against his chest and go, no thank you.
So, do you eat like food, like normal people
No,
food?
I
Because the goat
yes.
is, right?
What?
Or you are a rat,
kind of-
and now you're like a goat. And I think that's pretty cool.
Oh God, he's a fur.
I'm gonna slowly put my book down.
Everyone shut the
stand
fuck up. Wesk! You did not. Just pull. Oh God, he's so furry.
No, it's okay. I can say it.
Understandable.
Anyway. You return the flowers back to him.
Yes.
Okay. He
And
looks confused.
I'm gonna stand up, kind of circle behind him, put my hands on his shoulders, steer him towards the door.
Oh. Okay.
Is he going to allow me to push him to the door?
I don't think he has the ability to resist you.
Okay, I would like to open the door, gently give him a little boop out the door.
Okay. So, like,
I'm not really hungry right now. You have a good day, though, alright? Close the
I'll
door.
check back later.
Sorry, kid.
I'll check back later, he says, as the door shuts in his face.
I'm gonna go back to the bed and pick my book up and start reading again.
There's an awkward silence. Muffled through the door, so only you can hear, Wes. When do you guys usually eat?
Oh my god, Kit.
Okay, I'll come back at dinner. Like regular people dinner. Adventurers eat dinner, right? Okay. The sound of shuffling footsteps disappearing down the stairs.
Wesk is gonna turn back to Ziri. You need to be more forceful with him next time.
I'm not sure she can be. She said no and pushed him out the door.
I'm going to raise a hand, snap my fingers so that there's a flame between them, and say, noted, before going back to my book.
That's where, Gideon. Oh god, you'd forgotten how boring this is. It's been 3 minutes and you're looking for something to cause trouble.
Have I found my shackles yet?
Yes.
Cool.
They are
Look
notably
back and hold-
easy to spot, being the Dimeridium shackles.
No, Dimeridium. That explains the green gold.
I believe I noted that in your shackle somewhere.
You did not say they were Dimeridium, but you did say they were green gold, so I
Yes, green
assumed,
gold
but
flex.
I didn't want to assume.
Yes, green gold flex.
Green gold is a
So I
term
have
for
some
Dimeridium.
caltrops that I'm basically just using as jacks right now.
You're what?
I have some caltrops that I'm basically just using as jacks right now.
Okay.
Got a gold piece that I'm dropping and trying to bounce for the jack.
This is way harder than you remember, Gideon.
Yeah, caltrops are kind of sharp.
At one point, you bounce the coin, it rolls away, you go to grab it, step on a caltrop, and... Thankfully, you're in full play, so it doesn't really do too much, but... At one point, one of the villagers wanders by... One of the villagers wanders by the doorway, sees you sitting cross-legged in full plate playing with jacks and gold coins, turns their head and kind of covers their eyes and keeps moving along.
Yes, the most entertaining thing that has happened to me today.
It's about this time that the 10 minutes pass and the teenage boy comes running in. Good news, oh, why would you put caltrops in the floor? This is a public area! He collapses to the floor howling in pain, holding his feet.
First lesson of guard duty, be on the lookout for anything.
Training was over! He's bawling really bad right now. Do you
You know
address
what?
this at all, Laura?
Standing there in silence.
Okay. I'll say you pluck the caltrops from his feet. He is kicking and screaming and fighting you the whole way. You'd forgotten that, unlike the rest of your party being seasoned adventurers and also Cezanne, this man was probably never been cut in his life before.
I watched
Finally.
Finally. Get a shadow ripped partially out of him the other day.
Yeah,
so that's
but-
fine.
You're right.
That was Wesk, not
That
Cezanne,
was Wes.
I'll be right
I
back.
was just gonna let you
I
have
don't
it.
even know what was attacking you last time, but whatever it was, I was afraid of it, and you lived, so...
Regardless, as you pluck the caltrops, you the small man, through tears, sobbing, gives you a thumbs up, going, "It went really well! We're gonna have a date tonight. I'm gonna take her to dinner."
I'm going to blink at him several times, stone-faced.
She's really nice. She even let me
Yeah?
keep the flowers.
I've never felt this bad for another human being in my entire life. Alright, good luck with that, kid.
Thanks.
I got what I came for.
And thanks for watching the guard. Why did you put caltrops down?
Yeah, if you find one or two lying around, don't worry about it. Just
What do you...
watch what
Wait, what?
Hmm.
No, you have to pick them all up.
Bye now.
No. Wait. I can't walk.
You're fine. Just, be careful.
Okay.
Dead by dinner.
Gideon, you meet Cezanne on your way back.
Oh, hey, Gideon.
Hey, how did your meeting with Ren go? I don't know where we are. I'm
Just in town, in general. Just...
I'm alright. How did,
Alright. You have a date set?
well, she asked that I come back again sometime soon.
You still have it?
What?
Do you still have it?
Do I still have what?
I'm just gonna start examining him for the lace.
You frisk Cezanne in the middle of the street as you walk.
Oh. You mean the... Oh, I gave that back to her. Oh yeah, I see. Straight put this seal point in. Okay, got it.
You fumbled the bag.
You're not entirely sure what fumbled the bag means, Cezanne. He's the one with the
what?
bag, but... Before long, the two of you return to the inn room, whereupon the entire floor is booby-trapped with books, and you've all seen what happens if you mess with Siri's books.
Easier than caltrops. Alright. So, what did I miss?
Gax glances at the silent party before pantomiming Pepe Le Pew serenading the cat before getting his heart stabbed out, pulled out, put on an altar, and sacrificed to Satan. It's an elaborate pantomime.
You didn't
There
miss
were
anything.
props.
Siri, what kind of books are you reading to him?
No. More importantly, you know that kid's coming back, right?
Kid?
What kid?
Let's just try and be in the gauntlet around 6 p.m.
I see, and Wesk is going to have his not all dragons, and Ziri is going to be, we have to be in the gauntlet at 6 p.m. because I'm not going to tell him no again.
It was me. I'm trying to save this kid's life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so we are heading back today.
No.
I'm good to go whenever.
Probably should have held on to that lace. Oh well.
Good. We going?
Oh. I will warn, the only thing that the only heal I still have today is my wand.
We resting?
But, I mean,
Oh yeah, I would like to take a moment to refocus. Forgot that I have to do that.
Okay, you do so. Just
Guess we could-
refill your focus points to full.
Okay.
I guess if we,
Yeah, I mean, I'm only
Guess-
missing a second level spell, so
guess if
probably
need,
fine.
oh, I guess if need be, we could always carry back a couple more books for Siri. I think I owe her a favor at this point.
Alright, what are we doing?
I guess at this point we're probably taking a rest.
Are we?
Are we resting? I thought we were heading back.
I
That's my
Sazan
confusion.
Has no spells.
Oh.
Oh, I have
Well-
spells, just not the ones that keep you from falling down.
I repeat, Sazan has no spells.
That's what Ziri's Garden of Healing thing is for. Come on, don't be a puss.
If we need a rest, I guess we need a rest.
I mean, I'm fine either way. All I need to do is be back once the school gets out, so I can have Raver upgrade my gun.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be in town tomorrow, aren't we?
Yeah? Hopefully.
Well, I mean, it took about a day for your sword, so... I figure.
Yeah, let me tell you, if we spend more than 24 hours in there, I will probably be dead.
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying, but... Okay.
Either way,
Either way.
we should. Are we going or are we staying?
It's probably worth staying. We can...
We'll let
You can
Sazan
meet with
have a nap.
Raver.
Well, then I guess we're gonna have to deal with this other issue.
Other issue?
The thing between Ziri and that kid.
Between... What?
Sazan again has no context whatsoever.
Did I miss something?
Why is it just a meme that Sazan never knows what's going on?
Because Sazan gets all the other information.
Yeah, Sazan gets the plot, we get the side stuff.
There's a kid in town who's obsessed with Ziri, and unfortunately, she didn't turn him down hard enough. So now he's gonna show back up around dinner time.
Oh.
Wesk wants me to set him on fire.
You
I
what?
never said that. I said you needed to be more forceful.
Wesk wants me to set him on fire. I'm gonna
How
shrug.
forceful was she? Because he seemed to imply that she was real nice about it.
Go ahead and tell them exactly what you did, Ziri.
I made him exit the room, and I returned his flowers.
Maybe next time just hit him just a little bit. He's real susceptible to pain.
Alright, melee strike it is.
I feel like we could use our words here.
Yeah, but
Let me check everybody's charisma real quick.
What charisma?
yeah, but this
Oh,
is
it gets
funnier.
worse as we go.
I mean, I get that we've been spending a lot of time in the Gauntlet, but there are problems that we don't solve with our fists.
Sazan, go to bed.
Gideon, the thought occurs to you as Actually, you don't solve any problems with your fist. That's with the sword and the gun
Use
and the
swords.
magic. Gonna
That sounds
loser
more productive
fights
than
with
my
their
fist.
fists.
I think I punched something to death once. I was pretty good at it too, from what I recall.
Actually, I think Ziri's leading the kings with her fist, but
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely does it more.
I have punched a thing or two.
look, all I'm saying is, we should either have a good sit-down conversation with this guy, or maybe we all go over to Raver's for an hour.
I'll put my book down, stand up.
No one tell Raver I suggested this, please.
I mean, he's still at school, isn't he? We got a bit.
I would say it's now about 1 o'clock. School lets out at about 3.
Alright, how about Cezanne take a nap? Wes, we can waylay Raver as soon as he's done.
All right. I think we'll probably get. Well, Guard probably won't enjoy us hanging around his school for 2 hours.
That's why I said as soon as he's done.
Okay.
Okay. You would spend a while of your own devices up in your inn room. The sort of open space, multi-bed suite that you have rented for almost 3 weeks now. Tomorrow you will have all been in Otari for 3 weeks. Wesk tending to his gun that has been jamming a lot more lately.
Yes.
Cezanne beginning his daily prayers, knowing that he'll have to finish them later. Ziri delving into the secrets of her books. Cezanne, are you interested at all in what she's reading?
Yeah, I'd say she's reading the Gauntlet layout right now, isn't she?
I believe she
I'd say
is
I'm
reading
fairly interested in that.
the Gauntlet blueprints.
Yeah, I'd have some interest in that.
Okay.
Actually,
Ziri,
I might also have some interest in the Godlight blueprints.
Ziri, it is getting suddenly very crowded.
I'm gonna look up and shoot them a glare. Could you not? Didn't she ever hear that reading over someone's shoulder is rude?
No.
Like 20 books here.
Well, then read a different one. I'm gonna kind of turn away and shield what I'm reading.
Probably got around to it later.
Okay. There are
I'll go back
other
to my
notable
prayers.
books, Cezanne. For example, there's the Belcora's Journal. There's the... Let me see if I've got the name exactly right. The Folio of Teleportation Research, Belcora's Journal, and the Whispering Reeds.
Would it be alright if I take a look at Belcora's journal, Siri?
Are you gonna give it back?
Yeah, of course.
Hmm. I'm gonna take a long pause. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Gideon, would you like to read a book?
No. The only one Gideon would have interest in would be the Godlight blueprints.
Okay.
He's
Gideon,
cool.
would you like to read over Ziri's shoulder?
Only if she can't notice it.
I would say give me a stealth check.
Oh boy. In full plate.
Ziri is engrossed in her reading. If you're discreet enough, I don't think she will notice.
Oh my!
Well,
Okay. Although I just realized that Ziri's passive perception is 20. So she does, in fact, catch you.
so
He's at least
so
being
much for that whole
quite...
gross thing, huh?
He's at least being quite respectful at a distance, Ziri, but he is still reading over your
I would like to
shoulder.
just shift to make sure that he can't see.
Very well. Notably, Gideon, the few that you do manage to read are in a language you do not understand.
Great. I'm just gonna examine the Giselle, because I just have that in my bag now.
Okay. The Giselle is a quality firearm. It is a mixture of... It's a very lightweight long gun. The flintlock firing mechanism. It's well balanced, and it's a sort of generalist firearm. You've seen a few of your Wolfcrone Knights, or not your Wolfcrone Knights, you've seen a few Wolfcrone Guards start to kind of import them from Ceylondir recently. You would be able to use it just fine, if you wanted to. You have some training with firearm with your time in the military.
Interesting. I'll keep that information in mind.
Okay. Notably, the Giselle is a long gun that is lightweight enough to be fired one-handed, should you wish to.
Yep. It also has one weight, and I have no bullets.
We ignore bullet count in my campaign setting.
Hmm.
Regardless, the rest of you begin to read and snoop and examine firearms. Wesk, what are you doing?
I think you BRB'd.
Good talk. I'll say about an hour passes.
Oh,
2 hours pass. And
I was
before
muted,
long,
sorry.
school is out. You each make your way down to the school to see your Raver, or Ziri, I assume you were going to stay behind and continue to read.
I'm gonna answer for her, yes.
Okay. Sazan, same thing.
Sazan should be long
Yeah.
resting right now.
Technically, a
do you
long
think
rest is just...
Chilling, yes.
Yeah. Actually, no. Specifically in Pathfinder 2e, it is the 8 hours of sleep.
Oh,
You can gain
Go to
the
bed,
benefits
Savant.
of resting at any point.
Sleeping now would only be beneficial if we're going back in the middle of the night. And you're handing over the gun, aren't you?
Yeah.
I don't think we're heading out tonight if that's the case.
Okay. I'll say each of you, or the ones that are making their way to see Raver at the school. You pass by a bunch of school children coming out of the school. They range anywhere from ages 5 to about 16, it seems like. As they bustle past you, if you bump into you and knock you around, notably, especially you, Wesk, a few of the children rough you up. A few of the teenagers swing wide, but
I'm
before
gonna check
long.
my pack.
Okay, give me a perception check. Seems good to you. You each stand in the doorway of Raver's classroom, who has the door shut as he is tidily gathering papers, shuffling them, sorting them. He doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. Shuffles
I,
the papers some more, sits down at his desk.
I clear my throat.
The door is shut.
Oh. I'll look to Gideon.
Do you need me to open the door for you, Wes?
No. Just open the door and go inside.
Okay. You swing open the door. He quickly
Think of it that high up.
glances at you. Ah. You're quite eager.
Yeah. I think we just want to get this done as fast as possible so we have as little downtime as possible.
Very well. Just pass me what you want in the rune, and I suppose I'll get to work as soon as I finish my papers.
I'll hand over the dueling pistol and the striking rune.
Okay. So you do so. Make sure to mark them off on your sheet. Just change your weapon to 0 in quantity.
Do you want the kukri upgraded too, to at least a +1?
I don't have a +1 rune.
Handed one ages ago.
I did have that one. I don't know. I think I might have sold it.
Didn't you use it on the dueling pistol? You have a +1 dueling pistol.
That was, I think that was me transferring it over from the Giselle.
I thought he had that from the Giselle.
Mm-hmm. Possibly. No clue then.
I have the Jade Shard, which is a blank runestone.
Yeah.
It's a mystery. Anyway.
Regardless, Raver quietly pockets the gun into his school pouch.
Could transfer over the +1 from the silver hatchet into the kukri.
And pockets the rune before bidding you a good day, explaining that he will deliver it just as soon as possible. This time, perhaps he might even hand deliver it after the incident last time.
Many thanks.
That'd be good.
Can't have children wandering around with upgraded magical firearms, can we?
I
What
mean,
sort of school would allow that?
What sort of school would
He
allow
scoffs, shakes his head, and continues to scribble at his papers.
Thank you, River.
He bids you adieu, and before long, you each stand before Rowdy Rockfish. It's about 3:30 at this point. Tazan, are you heading to bed?
I mean, I figure I'm reading at the moment because I think I'm gonna go to bed when they go to bed.
Okay. You begin to peel your way through each of these books, Ziri and Cezanne. Ziri, I believe you are reading the Gauntlet Blueprints. These are heavy, technical, arcane manuals that detail each piece of the Gauntlet and sort of detail exactly how it works. The Gauntlet is actually much more than what it appears to be. Its walls actually extend below the ruins at the top that you see. There are 8 dungeon levels that terminate at a 9th level below the surface. As you kind of cycle through these blueprints, they refer to terms and people and things that you don't have a very good grasp on, being as ancient as they are. But it terminates on that 9th floor with a vault. That vault is kind of the source of Gauntlet's power. The Abomination Vault. The lens of the Gauntlet, and you watch as the long 9-floor shaft extends from the bottom all the way up to the top. The lens of the gauntlet would be able to focus this abomination energy into a beam that could control it. However, it looks like whatever this beam could have done, Belcora was killed before it could finish. You also learn that the gauntlet walls are impenetrable and impervious to any sort of breaching attempt. They can't be damaged by normal means. They even block extraplanar travel spells such as Pass Wall and create a barrier like an anchor spell to this plane, which explains why you've been feeling sick every time you've entered it, as you are from the Feywild, or at least your ancestors were, and you carry that with you. It is attempting to banish you from the gauntlet. Luckily, you have an anchor in the material plane, but should a summoned creature or planar creature, such as a demon, devil, fiend, angel, any sort of clockwork mechanist, any sort of creature not of this world were to enter it, they would be shunted back to where they came from, essentially. You learn also that in the deepest part of the gauntlet, the Abomination Vault on the bottom floor, you can observe all the way up from the top, from the bottom, acting as if it was like a periscope of some sort. There are a number of lenses that you can swap in at this periscope at the bottom, each of them with a great number of magical powers, sort of changing what each beam can do. And that's about as far as you've gotten. Cezanne, you have Belcor's journal. Luckily, it is in a language that you know of. Somehow, strangely. As you read, you learn that Belcora's family was a prominent family of sorcerers of Wolfcrone, who, long ago, when let me see if I can get the exact name of this, just to be sure that I don't fuck this up, because I know some of you care about this immensely. When the burning of the rose in the year 4230, wild mages of Wolfcrone, wild mages being people artificially imbued with magical power, and thus unable to control it, as they were not supposed to have this power. In the year 4230, the wild mages were exiled after a failed civil war against the mages of Wolfcrone. Wolfcrone being both a monarchy and a magocracy. Belcora's family was exiled during that. She was very young at the time, maybe only about 7 years old. But in that civil war, in that chaos, she lost her mother and father. Exiled, she arrived on the shores of what is now known as Otari with the remnants of the family that she had left. She swore to enact revenge on the city, and eventually return to it and conquer it. You begin to get to the portion of her life story where she has begun to create what she has dubbed the Abomination Vaults. For she will create a vast storage container, cram it full of the worst things she can, and she has this idea of teleporting these abominations directly to wherever she wants. namely Wolfcrone. And that's about as far as you get. It's about that time that Gideon and Wesk march back into the room, and you're all reunited. It's now about 3:30 in the evening.
Welcome back. How was the good doctor?
It was fine. He said he's gonna try and get it back to us as quickly as possible, and he might even hand deliver it because he doesn't want to give a child a firearm, which I can't really fault him for.
Yeah, we can't have a repeat of, well, you know.
Yeah, that's great.
You're muted, Como.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that'd be great. I would not want a repeat of last time.
So I've been going over that, and it looks like we were correct. There is some link to the wild mages of Wolfcrone. Seems Belcor's family was exiled during that time.
Exiled from Wolfcrone. Well, that checks out.
Yeah, she was apparently gathering things with the hope of teleporting them wherever she wanted.
Wait, you're telling me
Namely,
she
I would
was a wild
assume
mage?
Wolfcrone.
Belcor's a wild mage.
Was Belcor a wild mage from that?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Her family was a famous, noble family of wild mages, yes.
At the very least, her family was.
Kill on sight it is then.
Yeah, the book did
Not that
kind
I
of go
had-
into the attitude of Wolfcrone towards most wild mages, Susan.
Not that I had any need to have more reasons to kill her on sight, but
Yeah, I was going to ask, but
You're gonna ask what?
I was going to ask him why the wild mage made a specific difference there with what we've seen so far.
I
Also, I think Belcor is dead already.
judging from what I'm seeing, I'm not too sure. Also, it's a wild mage.
I have to agree with Gideon on that one.
Guess that is fair. We've seen our share of undead things. I'll have to keep exploring.
Also, we found her blood, and that's still alive. That's enough for me. I don't.
Well,
Was
that
have
was
my blood
kind
stolen?
that was kind of a haunt, but anyway, have you learned anything over there, Siri?
Apparently, Gauntlet. Apparently, the Gauntlet has 9 total levels. It ends in a vault on the 9th floor. I guess you can see all the way to the top from the bottom. There are even different lenses that do different things if you switch them out.
Those 9 levels start from the ground or from under?
Did it specify that, Stray?
There are 9 from the first floor, so you guys started on floor 1. There are 9 more descending.
Okay.
Okay, 9 below the ground.
How's this then?
There
9th
are
floor
10
basement.
floors.
9th floor basement. Thank you. No, so we're only what 2/9 of the way in.
I guess the lens can focus some sort of abomination energy into some kind of a beam, too.
Notably, abomination energy sounds fucking horrible. Abomination energy is not the actual name, it's just what she was using as a placeholder.
Interesting. Now that I think about it, we have been going in with woefully little information on what we're actually up against.
What was the combination? Kill him.
Goodbye, distant Como.
Hello, distant Como. No, I'm just saying, 94 is abomination energy. Sounds fun. Kill them all.
Yeah, dude.
Only 200 confirmed and dead kills.
The only way we're really going to learn more at this rate is by going further down.
Well, that and 6 more hours of reading, you guys have barely
Yes.
scratched the surface of these books.
Fair.
What are you doing? Resting? Hiding out from a child?
What great heroes we are.
Hiding out from a child and resting.
I've lost track a little bit. What time is it now?
It's about 4 o'clock. Took you each about 10 minutes to kind of give a presentation on everything that you've learned so far to your party.
Well,
Oh.
I suppose we all just sit in here quietly. He doesn't have to know we're here.
Siri, I really think you should talk to him. He's
You're
gonna
right.
break
I'll
you
just
so
set him on
bad.
fire.
No, please.
What?
We don't need fire.
You know what they say. Teach a man to make a fire. He'd be hot for a day. Set a man on fire.
On fire.
He'll be
Burn
hot
the
the
rest
rest
of
of
his
his life. What are we doing?
It's up to Ziri how she wants to handle this. It's her secret admirer. Well, not so secret anymore.
Go to bed, Salam.
Guess I'll talk to him.
It's 4 o'clock.
I've got an idea. We'll leave Sazan here. He can sleep it off. He'll feel better in the morning. The kid will show up. Think this is on Ziri.
And then we'll kill him.
Then hilarity will ensue. That will be the most awkward conversation in all history.
I don't know. Hilarity ensues is the blade in the dark thing.
Siri is taller, has a different hair color, has goat ears.
Yeah, she was also a rat when he met her, so... And he was real into that. I mean, I cannot stress to you enough. Real into that.
When did this all happen?
That's
You know,
correct.
around the time
Cezanne
we
was
break
not in jail.
Yeah,
I wasn't
the sign
friends for
the
that
loving
long.
history of just never being there.
So,
No, it was fine. You had your very important date.
Yes. Meanwhile, we had to break out of prison.
you had to
Don't
what?
worry about it.
No, it's
Nothing.
cool. I checked. That's what the kids hear.
Yeah.
Go to bed, Sazan.
What is everyone's alignment?
Gideon's good.
Chaotic neutral.
No, that's appropriate. For the record, Gideon has never really been his alignment either. Just kind of a dirt.
Well, Siri, he said he was going to be back around dinner. What time were you planning on having dinner?
I think the bigger question is what time he was planning on having dinner.
I guess that's fair. Did you get any other information from him?
No, I wasn't interested in it.
Did you just say it? I mean, fair.
Well,
This was a kid, you said?
could ask Brenda if she knows anything about this kid.
Cool.
Why do I care?
I mean, if you want to keep stringing this poor kid along, you can go right ahead. And
I
do it.
just said I'd tell him off or set him on fire. What more do you want me to do?
I feel like there's a
Does
large
it-
gulf between those two things. We should probably clarify which one.
I just said to hit him.
I'm
and set
open
him
to
on
any of them.
We'll see how the night goes.
fire might be a little extreme.
Fine, I have to spell magic correct. It's fine. No, it's not
I
fine.
don't know
It's
what
not
Sazan is
fine.
muttering over there, but it sounds painful.
I don't know. Do you think Cezanne's better at casting than Ziri? 'Cause-
Better at casting? I don't know. Who has more tools for it? That I know. Cool. Well, we work this out. Sazan, you sleeping?
I'm still very confused why you seem to want me to sleep so suddenly.
I think he wants to get back to the gauntlet as soon as possible.
That
Is your gun coming back tonight?
I don't know when it's coming back.
look, we got a whole other gun in here. I fought through the gauntlet with a hatchet. I don't know what you want.
That was your punishment.
I'm gonna go ahead and set down my book and let's see. Sun's still out. I'll need a surface. Any of you have paper you're not using or something?
Paper. I
I
got
just need some kind of semi-permanent surface. I don't want to damage the in-room.
You got skin, don't you?
well, I mean, there's plenty of paper around us.
I'm not picking up with Ziri today.
The 1d4 scares me.
It should.
She rolled that as 2 right after I said it.
That was quick.
be outside for a few minutes, if that's all right.
All right.
I'm gonna go look for like a nice rock or something.
A nice rock.
Yes, he's about to propose, just like the male penguins do.
I have a ton of chalk on me if you'd just like to write something down.
Oh, I have chalk, don't worry.
He
Huh?
needs his pebble.
I'm interested to see where this is going.
Oh, it's just the sky's not out yet. And when you can't see the sky, we're taught that we should sketch out 10 constellations on a semi-permanent surface. It's a way that we can still do our worship even when we can't see the stars.
The sky's right there.
That's like a lot of work.
Right, but I can't exactly see the constellations right now.
The stars. Stars. Can't do it. Not today. Got it.
It shouldn't take too long.
Well, Weski's going to look back between Gideon and Ziri. Well, we should probably at least. I'm gonna need food either way, so we should probably at least have dinner.
As long as we're not having dinner with any children. Yeah. Like, just knocking shit over under my desk. That's fine.
Very nice.
Either way, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna head down and find something to eat at this point.
I'll go with him.
As I had said, I'm gonna go look for a place to sketch my constellations.
Okay.
That won't be too destructive.
Alright. So you pop down to the nice beach. Luckily, this is a relatively nicer part of Otari, the high-end place, so you're left pretty much well alone, and you find a nice, quiet, meditative place by the shoreline. You were always taught that the ocean is a nice mirror from which to gaze upon the stars, and it will do in a pinch. There's a lot of... It would take too long to explain now, but essentially, the ocean is a mirror of the sky, you are taught, so it does itself nice in a pinch. I was doing some bookkeeping in the background. Where are the rest of you going?
We were just heading down for food.
Okay. You each make your way downstairs to one Brenda Vankerville, the dwarvish inn owner, who greets you all. She's wiping some glasses down, cleaning. The Rowdy Rockfish is a quite nice inn, so she is keeping it spick and span, polished to a mirror sheen, and as she notes Ziri and Wes coming down the stairs, she lets out a heavy sigh. Good afternoon.
Hmm?
I was just saying good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What brings you out of your rooms?
Looking for some food.
Oh. Well, that's lovely. I'll rummage in the back and see what we've got. Brenda manages to scrounge around in the back and begins to cook something lovely smelling.
Take a seat at the bar.
I'll climb up into the seat next to her.
Let me go get my menu. Today's grub. A healthy, chunky onion ring stew. The onion rings are each about as large as your fist. Wesk, they are as large as 2 of your fists. Afterwards, Brenda brings out a lovely vegetable stew, mixed with the bones of some animal to give it flavor.
Animal bone stew.
Mm-hmm.
This looks and sounds delicious.
It is quite delicious. You each scarf it down, and after about 20 minutes of eating your lunch, it's now about 4:30. Time passing, crawling by slowly. Sazan, elsewhere, you have begun your prayers and trades, practicing your rituals.
Ouch.
So I wonder what was in that weird book anyway.
The one that Sazan stole?
Yeah, that one.
Wish I could tell you, but I didn't have time to read it.
Gax gives you a curious look. Siri?
Maybe if you asked him nicely.
I don't know, he seemed pretty set on not thinking that anybody except for some reason him should be in possession of, much less read it.
Gax dives into your pack, Siri.
I'm gonna look towards my pack.
He's disappeared into your pack. He's rummaging around with sniffing noises.
Do you have a piece of food in there?
Might have dropped something in there. And I kind of pull the pack onto my lap and look into it.
Okay. You may do so.
What you looking for? Uh-oh. Interesting.
What is?
I'm gonna kind of gently pull Gax out of the pack and put him on my shoulder. Nothing. Just forgot that I had this folio of teleportation research, and I would like to pull it out. Kind of show it to Wesk, and then launch into a spiel about transportation. Or, teleportation.
You do so. Should I fill in the blanks then? Because I don't mind letting the autism off the leash a little bit.
Go for it.
Okay. There's a folio containing several diagrams It is a series of linked teleportation circles that kind of each interlink and interweave between the Abomination vaults. More notably, it is dozens and dozens of pages of rituals that can reawaken these sorts of portals, even though teleportation circles are these ancient and powerful magics that nobody can really recreate. This ritual would actually be able to reawaken any dormant teleportation circles that already exist. You begin to go into the spew about the original teleportation circles were actually elf gates created back in the First Age, back in the War of the Origins, back when the Archon vow took place. Wesk, your eyes glaze over as Ziri begins recounting tales of things that happened over 4,000 years ago before recorded history. Things that are ancient history as of 4,000 years ago.
I know those things.
You know those things because you are that skillful at Arcana. And
I'm
Gideon,
okay
to a lesser extent, you nod along right up until mentions of how the elf gates were created, and then your eyes also glaze over.
I'm sorry, I zoned out there for like half of that.
I would like to kind of pop off my chair. That's fine.
It's okay.
The first half
zoned
was
out,
the most important.
During half of that, Zira, you've been talking for about 20 to 30 minutes now. Wes gets an uncanny feeling as you slip through space-time. What are the rest of you doing?
He's been going for a while.
Apparently.
Should we go check to see if Suzanne's alright?
Yeah, if it's about 30 minutes, I think I should probably be wrapping pretty soon and heading back.
Okay. Which is a shame because the sunset is beautiful, and the stars will be out pretty soon if you linger around. It's about 5
Maybe I'll
p.m.
linger just a couple minutes.
Does anyone know where Sazan went?
Probably not.
Didn't he say he was gonna go do his religious stuff?
He said he was gonna go look for a stone.
Yeah, his religious stuff.
The grand scheme of things.
If I was Sazan, where would I find a rock? Probably the ruins of Thirsty Alpaca.
There are a lot of rocks up there. Good, I'm glad every guy here has martial brain. Okay. Well, I mean, you guys can make your way to the ruins if you want to. I will assure you now, there are rocks there.
Thanks, God.
Don't thank me.
Bye, Siri. We're going to check out the ruins again.
I'm gonna go look at the rocks.
Alright, have fun.
Okay. The two of you meander your way back up to the ruins of the outback. It's getting to be just that beautiful moment as the tip of the sun is dipping below the horizon.
Pretty.
I don't think he came here for the rocks.
What's your first impression of the lack of Sazan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll
what
do
was
it.
yours?
Mostly the ruins. I don't know about you, but this seemed like kind of a bad idea. We should want to worship, like, around the dead. I know you, like, put them to rest or some crap, but around the dead?
Listen, I didn't hear you saying any better ideas.
I had the only idea. Wonder if we can still hear the distant cries of the Dracolisk.
I'm not going back in there. Anyway, he's not here. Where else do you think he could be?
Well, Ziri,
As
you are
notice
now
that you
alone,
down firmly and
blessedly.
state you are counting on me to be the ideas guy.
I would like to wander out of the rowdy rockfish towards the cemetery.
It's gonna take you about 15 minutes, so you're going up through the back of the Dawnflower or out the main streets?
Yes, up through the back.
Alright. Begin to meander your way through.
Once I'm there, I would like to find a comfy place and settle up against a tree.
There are some decently good-sized trees. They are only just now starting to bloom, but they are decently comfy to read in. Sun begins to set, casting that nice pall of twilight across the graveyard.
I would like to pull out a book and begin to read.
Paul's Twilight is my favorite.
The Pall of Twilight Princess was my favorite Zelda. Anyway. Tazan, you've returned to the Rowdy Rockfish, assuming you don't just hang out for the rest of the sunset.
I'll return.
Okay. Good news, Tazan. Your party is gone. Which can only lead to bad things.
Oh no, they did go with the raver idea.
Oh, hey! A voice greets you from behind.
Hello.
It's a teenage boy, roughly, maybe a little younger than you, dressed in full Otari guard gear, wearing chainmail, carrying a long spear.
Oh, are you with the guard here?
Yeah. He
Is
scratches
something
under his
matter?
armpit. Is your friend here?
Oh. I guess this is happening now. Here. Go ahead and sit down for a minute. Let's talk.
Oh, will you go tell her that I'm here?
Look, I'm really sorry about this, but she's not interested.
Oh,
I
she likes women? I could get me a potion of gender swapping.
I'm not sure that's the issue. Look, I don't know.
She doesn't like me
Oh,
as a
you don't.
person?
I don't think she.
You're really bad at this.
Look,
It's everything I hoped it would be in for.
I think right now she's really focused in on the mission. I mean,
Like
I'm
a
sure
career
you've
woman?
heard-
I can respect that.
Yeah, maybe that's a good way of thinking about it.
Wow.
But
Wow.
Wow. Actually,
you know,
Don't.
the best thing.
If you fucking have a soundboard.
Oh, no. I don't have a soundboard.
Wow.
God damn. It's like Craig never left us. Fucking. God damn it. Why is that still in my chat?
It was so perfect.
Anyway, returning back to Zazan.
Yeah.
I can respect a woman who knows what she wants in life. I'm cool.
Yeah. I think, at least for now, the best thing that could be done is to give her some space.
Okay. Like how much space?
Here, let me rephrase this. How do I put this gently? I've
He's hanging on to your every word, Suzanne.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying. I am trying.
We'll go to you, Gideon Wesk. There's no Suzanne here. You were lied to, by God. Step 1, attack, and step 2, dethrone.
Step 1, find church. Alright. We're,
You heading back?
yeah, let's head back.
Okay. Good news, you two. Suzanne, good news. Somebody has come to rescue you. Gideon has once again saved your life.
Almost feeding the dogs quick.
Never mind. Gideon walks past you upstairs, patting you on the shoulder.
I'll look at West pleadingly.
Wesley's gonna look back to his son with the look that just says, I told you.
This is the second time someone has come to you for advice in handling a horny teenager. Which isn't a lot, but...
Alright. Listen, kid.
Hey, little man.
I'm just gonna let that one slide. There's plenty of other girls in this town that...
I'm gonna stop you
You have-
right there. There are not, in fact, plenty of other girls in this town. Have you seen her? She's 6'4" and has goat horns. That's pretty sick.
As sick as it is, she does not care about you.
Oh, okay. That's because she doesn't know me yet, right? We could get along.
I'm gonna look back over to Suzanne. So, you still think the fire is a bad idea?
Look. This isn't easy, but fire is not the next step.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh boy.
Elsewhere. Ziri,
Yes.
what book are you reading?
The book that Gax was digging around for.
Oh, okay. Back in the Rowdy Rockfish. You guys have spent about 10 minutes fussing with this guy, and he's just the densest, most toxic masculinity male you've ever seen. He insists over and over and over that just because a woman says no, that just means she has to get to know you a little more. After
Yeah.
all, that's what his pop said, and that's what all the stories say. So,
I'm gonna look back to Cezanne again. So,
I don't know, I have one. When Sisan throws his hands up and goes, yeah, alright, fire it is.
If you're really sure there's so much of a connection, shouldn't you wait and see if she comes back to you at some point?
Nah, girls like being chased. That's what they told me anyway, right?
I hate you in this town.
Sorry, we're a little southern down here. Where are you from anyway?
Southern.
We're
Gideon
on the
shakes.
northern
Some
side
jokes
of
you make
the
for
continent.
yourself, Gideon. That's what everyone told me around here. Where are you from anyway?
that to me or to Cezanne?
This is on, but I'll allow anybody to answer. It's about this time that Gideon comes back downstairs. The boy is still here.
Oh no.
I'll look
Oh
to
yes,
Gideon.
player number 3. Would you like a turn?
Did you find any more surprise caltrops?
No, I think you got them all.
Hmm.
Gideon, you know for a fact you did not, in fact, get them all.
That's a surprise tool that will help us later.
I just thought Gideon was gonna say, shame.
That was what I was about to say, but then he told me I hadn't got them all. I had the course correct for that. Hmm.
That's where, Siri. You begin to read your tome. It is a massive tome. You begin to flip through the pages. And it sort of details these complicated histories that even for somebody as smart as you're having a hard time kind of keeping track of for some reason. Notably, there are hundreds of chapters in this book. Take the thickest tome you've ever seen in real life and make it about 3 times as large.
Yes,
The
Harry
beefy
Potter
book.
books.
It is 2 bulk worth of tomes. Notably, that's heavier than Wesk's armor twicefold. And it kind of goes into detailing a lot of complicated subjects. We'll just, you know what? We'll just let the cat out of the bag. Zero, you begin to flip through this large, wet-feeling book with a large skull with a mouthful of moss on the cover. A small inscription on the inside and handwritten notes written in a strange language that you know as Aklo, the same language that Belcor's journal and the Gauntlet blueprints were written in. The wind, her voice, the wisp, her eye, your lot to die. And you begin to flip through the first few pages. You can feel the dense magic that permeates this book. It is like a type of spell book, in fact. But it's much denser. It almost makes the colors around it more saturated. Which is strange because as you read through this hefty tome, it begins to tell you about its subject matter. This is a tome written by an anonymous author that is a collection of parables, myths, stories, and first-hand encounters with the creature known as Nimbaloth. The foreword of the book details how they wrote this book in order to use it to combat her influence, this outer goddess's influence upon the world. That's where. Back in the Rowdy Rockfish Inn, the teenage boy finally relents under Gideon's berating. So, women don't like to be pursued after they've already told you no?
No. You got it. You got it.
But, wait, why do all the stories tell me to be persistent and not to give up just because a woman says no the first time and then tells me that she'll come around eventually? That she just has to get to know me.
Because the stories were written by those who couldn't.
What?
Stories are mostly written by old single dudes who never got laid, so...
But wait, then why do we use them to teach our young men how to grow up?
That's not what we use them for.
I'm very confused. This is a lot of information for me to handle.
Just go home and enjoy your life, kid.
Take a little time. Let it sink in. You don't have to process it all
Okay.
at once.
I'm gonna go let it sink in now. Thanks, I guess.
Kid, you're gonna be okay.
Okay. You guys tell me where you found your goth girl?
What do you mean where we found her?
Because,
Kinda
like,
showed up.
there's... She just showed up.
James gonna pull out a map of Wolfcrow. And be like, alright, so here's Wolfcrow. You go south of here, you'll find a lot of goth girls.
Oh,
I'll tell you
okay.
what, if you can convince one of them to come back with you, go for it.
Don't send this kid to the Feywild.
He's going to grab at the map. Can I have that?
Do I have spares?
You do not.
Can I make a copy?
I would say you might be able to purchase a map from the Dawnflower Library.
Very well then.
Okay. I'm gonna... Thanks. I'm gonna go get ready. He hustles out while
Don't
staring
rush
at the
into
map.
anything.
Nearly tripping on the stairs on the way out.
I sure hope we didn't just send a kid to his death.
Look, he's either gonna come back with exactly what he wants, or he's gonna come back controlled by some crazy fake chick.
Speaking
Either
of
way,
death,
what
Which
he
is
wants.
exactly what he wants.
I mean, he can't possibly be setting out immediately, right? Maybe he'll think better of it.
Elsewhere. Siri, what would you like to read about first? There are many supernatural rituals and spells. There's the history. There are many stories. There's both the ancient past and the modern day tellings of Nimbaloth, the outer
Let's
goddess.
start by reading about the spells.
Okay. You can use this book to essentially research Nimbaloth. Well, essentially gaining a bonus to every creature associated with her. You can also read an incantation from the passage, this old ancient magic. It's strange. It's the ink it's written in is darker and heavier, as if the person who was writing it had a great weight placed on them. It's a single syllable, but you read the description and it looks like you can use it to essentially greatly harm an undead creature for 2 actions. You can also use it to replicate Nimbaloth's appearance. You can essentially invoke a emanation around you, quoting and paraphrasing the environment around you to create this manifestation, causing vegetation and flesh of creatures other than yourself and up to 3 creatures to slough off of them at will, causing intense mental anguish. You can also use it to cast some, essentially, spells that you know. Spells such as Fear, Paranoia, Phantasmal Killer, and perhaps most notably, Crushing Despair, about 3 times a day, invoking the stories and semblances of Nimbaloth's power in this world. Oh, it's right, boys. The man disappears out of the stairwell. It's now getting to be about 5:50 in the evening. It's getting to be that beautiful sunset time, boys.
I should be thankful that my brother did not turn out that way.
You have a brother?
Yes, back at home. Younger, I had to leave him when I set out on my journey. After you have this, I'm gonna fish out my, I'm gonna fish out,
The
Diamond Tapestry.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. This is one of his favorite books. He had me take it with me.
Notably, it's got some typos and mess ups in it, Tazan, because your younger brother actually penned this book by hand himself to give you a copy. He could not bear to part with his own copy, so instead, he just made an entirely separate book.
Crack a little smile as I look across that. I do miss him.
I'm happy for you.
There's a lot more books in here than you remember, Tazan.
Yeah, I guess this is how Ziri reads.
All at once? You do that?
So, carrying this many books.
Yeah, the weight's fine, which is surprising. That book you had was really heavy. Still carrying 5 bulk, though.
Yeah, that seems right. I've had my book with me the whole day anyway. I'm just I'm just tired.
That's where Ziri, a
Oh.
cold wind begins to creep across the graveyard. You're canny enough to know that your party will eventually notice you are gone. What would you like to read? Whatever this book is, you note that all of these abilities and powers would be tremendously useful in the Gauntlet. These are powerful spells. Good talk. Elsewhere, boys. What are we doing?
Sorry, I was muted.
It's okay.
I would actually like to wander around the graveyard and see if I can find like a hollow in a tree or something that looks like a good place I can stash the book.
Okay. Give me a perception or nature check.
You can hero point it if you don't think that's enough.
But I only have one hero point.
Fair.
There we go. I'll say you tuck it into a, not the largest tree, but perhaps the second largest tree. You make a mental note of yourself where you tucked it in.
Alright. I'd like to head back to the Rowdy Rockfish.
Okay. It's a nice, cool breeze on your back as you stride down to the Rowdy Rockfish. The evening sun beginning to set. Ziri reappears, having eluded her love interest, I suppose we'll call it.
Same.
Welcome back.
Thanks. What are you guys up to?
Oh, I was going to be heading to sleep, but I had to talk with a certain...
Oh yeah, that kid who was
Danger.
supposed to come by dinner time. Speaking of which, you're now hungry, Ziri.
I would like to dig through my bag for a snack. I have some rations in there.
Less so snack and more so hard stuffed bread thingies, but they do in a pinch.
It
Nobody should shit talk hardtack.
took the better part of like a half hour there, but I think he gets the idea.
I think he's off to the Feywild, which is great.
Who's
Meanwhile,
off to the
He's not
Feywild?
off to the Feywild.
I'm gonna
Brenda-
shrug and keep eating.
Brenda comes
gotta
around
have
the corner
parents or
with
something.
a bowl of creamy barracuda stew for each of you.
I would like to drop my ration back into my bag with 2 big bites taken out of it and grab it to stew.
Thank you very much.
Dinner is set. Oh, well, here you go, Ziri.
Thank you.
Thanks, Prince.
No problem. How goes the exploration?
It's a lot. Unfortunately, I think the longest days may actually be the ones where we're not exploring.
I see. You know, word around town is that Well, perhaps I shouldn't say. Anyway,
Go ahead. I'm interested.
word around town is that you're bringing back cursed objects and selling them to Ren.
Cursed.
Yes, the... Well, I hate to be a gossip. You don't need a perception check to realize that's not true. I hate to gossip, but, well, the mayor's daughter has been feeling ill lately, and some people think that you might have brought something back.
Gideon thinks back to everything they've sold to Rin thus far. I don't know if we sold anything cursed. Not outright, anyway.
It has to be coincidence. I don't think anything we brought back would have been cursed.
She shrugs.
Really, if they did, we would have noticed it. But maybe we should look into that.
Even if we didn't, I'm sure Rin would have. No.
Well, that Ren is an eccentric one. I just wonder if she would tell you if she found something cursed. You know how tieflings can be.
She cares for the town. I wouldn't worry there.
Very well. She excuses herself and serves you each another helping of creamy barracuda stew, those of you who have polished off your first bowl before excusing yourself for the night and beginning to wash up. About an hour later, Raver stands in the doorway, delivering unto you, Wesk, 1+1 striking dueling pistol.
Thank you very much.
He gives you a curt nod. Pleasure doing business. I also have medicinal wares and such, should you each require it. A little bit shocked that you've managed to get this far without my wares, but Atelier de Noir stands ever ready, my old compatriots. Though we did not venture together long, I should hope that we registered some sort of camaraderie. Which is to say, I would happily take your money, should you allow.
We'll make sure to be stopping by.
Please do. With that, he gives you a low, sweeping bow before excusing himself, tapping his silver cane on the ground as he walks.
Oh.
So, Wes,
Yeah?
you don't think that gear by any chance?
What's that?
The gear?
Do you think the gear was... No.
I'm just saying it's pretty much the only thing we've sold to her directly.
To Ren?
We've sold plenty of stuff to Ren.
Not to Ren. She did say that the mayor's daughter was cursed, right?
I think she said the mayor's daughter is ill. That sickness happens.
Yeah, you know who that is,
This-
right?
It's about this time that Brenda finishes washing up and comes around the corner, still wiping her hands with a rag. Are we talking about the mayor's daughter? Sorry, I couldn't help but overhear.
Actually, what do you know?
Well, she places the rag down and leans on the counter, as best as a dwarvish woman can. Well, you know, the mayor actually has 2 daughters.
So you're telling me it is not as simple.
No,
That would make more sense.
Truth be told, I don't think Esmeralda and the mayor speak much anymore. Which is a shame, but yeah, what can you
I
do?
don't get that impression either, honestly.
No, the mayor has another daughter. Doriana Minhams. She's been feeling ill lately, talking about seeing strange things in her dreams. Poor thing hasn't slept in 2 days, it says.
So, you said the talk of the town was that it had something to do with a cursed object and Bryn's. Did this daughter of Mayor go to Bryn?
Well, no, perhaps I was jumping to conclusions, but, well, Rin is new to town and a little eccentric and does deal with many, many strange things, and you guys are always coming out of the gauntlet with stranger things and bringing them to her, and, well...
Yes, it's just... It's just elements of... Yeah, I get you.
Yes.
That's something to look into, if nothing else.
Alongside my
To the
missing
list.
son.
Of course.
Yes, Mazda is certainly on the list.
Otari did used to be such a sleepy little town.
Yes, now we're chasing a werewolf alongside the gauntlet.
There's a werewolf?
There's a werewolf.
Very well, I'll get this over. She walks into the back.
That's good. Keep that spirit. Proudest I've been at Brenda so far.
Yeah, kidding. It's almost like you're trying to start a panic here.
Listen, if there's werewolves, panic is probably an adequate response.
That's fair. I just hope the druids can keep it contained.
The hell
That was
was
a
that?
loud noise.
Good
I wonder
talk.
what she's doing back then.
No.
Everybody's still
I
alive.
honestly thought that was intentional on Stray's part. 100%.
No, that is.
I was like, damn, that was
No,
fast finding
that's
that.
canon
sense.
now. That is canon now.
That's where Brenda lets out a loud bang as she retrieves a weapon from the back.
Ah.
I 100% thought that was intentional.
Gideon, give me a nature or society check, please.
That'll be a society check.
Okay. Yeah, you know enough about werewolves to recognize mostly how they work. You know that they are typically strong, can change shape between human and wolf form. Typically during a full moon, however, they are their most dangerous. You don't know specifics, but you know enough to know that Brenda could not kill a werewolf with whatever weapon she has back there.
But Brenda,
Yes, she calls from the back.
if a werewolf attacks, we'll take care of it. I promise. Do not try to attack it with a dagger.
Well, no, this
A
is
sword.
this is for if you're not here. You guys are in the gauntlet most of the day. What if a werewolf attacks the town while you guys aren't here?
During the day.
She waddles into view, holding a large two-handed rifle.
Oh my god.
Wesk, you know this as a harmonagon.
I,
No. Oh, no.
Does she keep back there?
This was my
find out at
son's
this
before he disappeared. I've made myself sad again. She waddles up to the desk where you all sit and flops the large 2 bulk worth harmona gun onto the table. The gun is as large as Wesk. She carries it around quite easily, however. Sorry, Gideon, I just wish to show you the weapon. It will not be a dagger or a sword that I would be using to defend myself.
By any chance from Ceylondia?
No, but I have cousins from there. They sometimes send me gifts.
I see that.
Would you like to see the rest?
Kind of, not gonna lie.
Oh, stay right there then. She darts to the back, leaving the large harmona gun sitting on the table, temptingly Wesk.
I was gonna say, Wesk, you should be more interested in this than I am.
I think I promised you guys that I would rest like 2-3 hours ago. I'm gonna take my leave for the night.
Alright, you do that.
As Cezanne scurries
Have
upstairs, Brenda
fun
comes
here.
around the corner, donning 2 large spiked gauntlets. Oh, yeah, good night, Cezanne, she says, waddling around awkwardly, holding her hands straight up in the air.
Good night.
Wesk, you know these as black powder knuckle dusters.
Oh god. What other stuff did your... Those are quite the,
They're lovely, aren't they?
The
But I don't
weapons.
know how to use them.
I don't think I would know how to use them either.
You actually do.
Oh,
Gideon, because Ceylondia was being incorporated at the time you were in the military, you got proper training in all Ceylondian firearms and technology.
very cool.
I wouldn't recommend using them.
Oh goodness, no.
I might.
Would you like them?
You're gonna have to show them to me in more detail.
Let's see if I can... there we go. If I can... Can I just... No, I'll have to put them in your inventory real quick, then. They are black powder knuckle dusters.
That's just from the name.
They're essentially knuckle dusters with a trigger that you hold in your palm. They do double as both knuckle dusters and a firearm up to 30 feet
I
away.
see that.
I want to know what glorious mancer came up with that.
The best one.
The average mancer in my experience.
The dwarvish mancer who got fed up with weapon swap rules and thus decided to combine them.
Kinda based.
Somewhat based.
Based
Not
on
as
knuckle
cool, but
dusters.
yeah.
Regardless. Some time passes, and before long, Brenda wipes up the counter, takes all the dishes, and you each find yourself in the room of the inn once more. It is approximately 9 o'clock at night after having a nice chat with Brenda.
Not for nothing, I would take the knuckle dusters.
She makes you a deal that if you find her son, she will give you any one of her weapons.
All right. See what we can do.
Anyways, so we're just we weren't going looking for that werewolf tonight, were we?
That depends. How full's that moon?
I'm glad you ask. It is currently a waxing moon. A full moon will be on the 19th, so approximately next week.
Okay.
3/4 full.
I mean, we can try going werewolf hunting. I don't know about you, but I'm not particularly exhausted at the moment. But
We'd be
our person
going
is
with
currently conked out.
yeah.
Our witch is currently reading through the volumes of madness.
Yeah,
Do
probably.
something about that.
Actually, it's
That's-
just a really boring treatise on teleportation magic, but you know.
No,
Not
I'm
my
just reading one of the other
Notably,
ones.
you don't know that because it's in a language you don't know.
not my cart, not my horse.
Exactly.
I will take an easy day and go to sleep as well.
Cezanne, you were reading the Belcor's journal?
That was the one I was reading earlier.
Okay. Damn, your gauntlet lower's already expert, huh?
Yeah.
Darn, I was gonna give you that.
Corey's journal is the other one I might be interested in any
I
capacity.
probably shouldn't have. If I realized something, I shouldn't have taken the skill feat that gave you a lore skill. But it is what it is.
I mean, you can always be a master in Godlight lore.
Not at this level, you can't.
Correct. Where is my bookkeeping? Part K, where is my bookkeeping? Why are you... There we go. Siri, good news.
Eh?
You have learned an additional ritual.
Hoot. Rich.
You can essentially reawaken any of those teleportation circles you find that are dormant.
Hell yeah.
Because it is ritual, it does not take any material components, but it does take time.
Question. If she reawakens it, is it reawakened permanently, or is it just
It
one
depends. If she reawakens it... If she successfully reawakens it, then Ziri begins to explain that the magic is old, and it's more she's mimicking it. Yes, they can be awakened up to essentially a week. If she perfectly replicates it and imbues it with the magic again, it stays awakened for up to a year. But the magic will fade no matter what she does. It's just a matter of how quickly it will fade. She also let slip at the very end that, and if she fucks it up, then she opens a portal to, the Outlands and the Void Bracken, and,
Oh, the what now?
Nothing. It wasn't. It's not a big deal.
it's not a big deal. Probably won't happen.
Sure, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. What? Sorry, I'm reading through the crit fail list right now.
Yeah.
Same.
Hmm.
It's fine.
fine.
Yeah, it's
Oh
code.
god, it gets worse.
It won't. Hey, don't worry about that. That doesn't happen. She won't mess up. Hey, man. Hey.
I'll be right back.
Hey.
Hey.
It probably won't happen. Ziri's real smart. She doesn't... Nothing bad has ever happened.
I've never rolled poorly a day in my life.
Yep.
Gideon's gonna draw his silver hatchet for no particular reason.
At some point, I suppose I will also go to sleep.
Alright. Everyone turns in for the night.
Well, you know, the primary reason I wanted the knuckle dusters was for damage types.
That's fair.
Great way to not only get access to bludgeoning damage, but to get access to bludgeoning damage at range. Also pierce.
You each settle in for a long, sleepy night, full of stews, creamy stews.
Creamy stew.
Creamy stews.
Also, where the fuck did they fish barracuda from?
You want me to hit the long rest button? I should
Sure.
probably hit the long rest button.
Everyone give me a luck roll.
Oh boy.
The D100?
Yep. Okay. Some good luck rolls. All of you have sleepless dreams. The blackness of unconsciousness greeting you, causing time to slip away. Except for you, Cezanne, and Ziri. You each have pretty restful dreams. Cezanne, in your dream, a pale woman watches over you, cradling you in her arms. She whispers some words you do not recognize and you do not speak. The color of her skin is the same color as the night sky, and flecks of light grace her eyes. It's comforting. Ziri, you also dream of a tall, pale woman cradling you in her arms, whispering you words that you do not know. It's not quite as comforting as Cezanne for some reason. The woman's shape seems to shift and grow underneath your form. This twisting, melting mass of glistening blue fluid with eyes the shape of yellow, four-pointed stars. She cradles you in her arms and whispers you to sleep that night. Okay. It's about 7 a.m. now. We'll wrap it up for the night. Any last words, any last thoughts?
Nice slow session. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was good.
Same.
Well, that's good.
Always enjoy dream sequences too. I don't know. Just
Can't
I
wait to pull a
sure
gun out
hope
of the bag.
that boy.
Now that I know that I have a gun that is loaded in my bag at all times.
You guys are going to the Gauntlet without a gun in my campaign?
I mean, now we have two guns.
We do.
Technically, we have 3 guns.
We do
I mean, mine's
technically
kind of
have
like an airsoft gun, but
He's
It is
not
an
wrong. All right. Ziri, I will send you that book in full detail so that you may study it if you wish outside of the game. But otherwise, because some of those abilities are hard to remember. Should you wish to dig into that further. Regardless,
I hope that.
go on.
I sure hope that poor kid doesn't get himself killed immediately.
No, it won't be immediately. Wolfcrone's a good ways away.
Yeah, he's got like a month to get there, and even past that, he makes it through Wolfcrone.
That's me setting up the boomerang joke where he comes back at the end of the campaign at his level 12 with his Fey wife going, "Thanks, guys!"
That would be fucking great. He would be so happy for him.
Better yet, he comes back and he has a fucking, a Merilith instead of a Fey, and you're like, what the fuck?
You dude.
I got lost!
What is a Merilith?
You don't know what a Merilith is?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you fought one in FF1. It's one of the 4 fiends. It's the Fiend of Fire.
Oh! Oh!
It's the 6-armed snake lady with swords.
Yeah, okay, I
How's he
remember.
doing that at level 12?
You don't know. This kid might have 25 fucking charisma. You don't know.
I mean, judging from what I've seen, I'm willing to bet he does not. But anything's possible, I suppose.
I want you to know Meriliths gain 5. Sorry, Meriliths have 6 attacks of opportunity a turn.
Brilliant.
Because 6 swords. Anyway, wrapping it up for the day. Last thoughts, last actions before we continue. I assume you guys are heading back into the Gauntlet next session.
Oh yeah.
Very well, I will prep for that.
That like 6 attacks of opportunity in one reaction, or like a split across multiple?
No, she has 6 reactions.
Oh, okay, okay. Sorry, I don't know why I'm fixated on this.
Actually, that's another good question. Can you use multiple reactions on a single turn?
Yes.
On a single... Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, I assume as much. You don't want to know what else they can do.
Hmm.
You can't use more than one on the same triggering actions. So that is 6 separate attacks
So
of
that's what I
opportunity.
thought, because you can get 2 attacks of opportunity as a fighter pretty easily, but I'm pretty sure you can't use them on the same exact reaction.
Yeah.
Sorry, writing notes furiously about the kid's triumphant return.
Sorry, I just realized what a catapasker is. That's awful. That's new. Alright, let me wrap up stream. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.